What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is for you, the men. I'm going to read this for you, and you guys tell me what you believe that this person right here. This guy's at Dirty Player 863. His name is Big Homie. This is why we have Alpha Clinic, because right now a lot of men, your estrogen levels are elevated. When you get over 30 years old, this happens, right? It happens. Your testosterone levels get a little bit low, and you don't get invited to things, and you start acting out. You start lashing out. So I participate. We call it the group chat no spaces, and with Twitter you have your spaces, and I don't like participating in them like that, but if my homies are doing it, it's all good. So we got on the spaces, and it's like 5 or 6 of us that we just talk ball. And we do invite people up, but it is clearly just a null space. Like, if you are a Gator, if you are a Hurricane, this is not for you. But I want you guys to know that we've seen this for the last over 20 years of irrelevance, because Miami hasn't been very good in quite some time. But this guy at Dirty Player 863, his name is Big Homie. He gets to participate in other spaces. We don't bring that ignorant shit over here with us. And Big Homie in the space, again, a null space. He's listening. He is a Miami Hurricane fan listening to a null space, not listening to my show, which we talk about everything. He is listening in his time that a team that he says he doesn't care about, a team that he says that is over the top. He is, again, that estrogen starts to make you believe everything is about you. Testosterone breeds logic. Here's what he said. Y'all lying in this motherfucker tonight. No, your QB, not it. You are not going to the playoffs. Like, dog, it's a lot of other shit to do on a Thursday night, bro. Like, especially, like, you know what I'm not doing on a Thursday night when I got shit to do? I'm not listening to Miami spaces. I'm not listening to Florida spaces. I'm not listening to anything like that's not related to what's going on. I mean, you got the weekend coming up. These guys are going to have, it's just a whole bunch of other shit. Until, dog, you got to get back in the green club. Either you got to drop some bread, or, drop that $3.99, or you got to go do some other shit. So I don't know what's going on here. But yeah. But that's when you find yourself doing shit like this again, just remember alphacliniconline.com. You can go get your blood work checked, and it's probably an indicator of your hormone imbalance. And I just damn, Eric, it's very harsh, but possibly true. We will talk about guys being mad that their girls are getting their back blown out by another dude. And how would you do that? Simping ain't pimping. I can promise you that. But Alpha Clinic, go check them out. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. We'll give them another shout out here in a second, as we're putting up the stuff. As we're kind of trending toward, we are about 250 away now from 6,000 subs. Once we get to 6,000 subs, we'll give away $500 to a lucky listener. We will also do 2 separate giveaways for members. Members get we'll get $100. They will also get the number of likes on the show. Once we get to 7,000, you see the 7,000 number. Once we get to 8,000, you see the 8,000 number. Once we get to 9,000, you see the 9,000 number. Once we get to 10,000, we will give away $1,000 to a lucky listener, $100 to a member, and the number of likes. Plus, if we do this before football season, we will give away a pair of season tickets, preferably to a Florida State. But if you like another team, as long as it's not the Florida Gators, we will hook you up. Memberships, the goal is to get to 500 members. We're at about 125 members right now. So remember, membership goes from $3.99 all the way to the all-in member. If you're an all-in member, or just a good former Knoll that's hanging out, you get to get DeHaven status. And DeHaven played offensive line for Florida State during the national championship years, and he came through Goodfellas last night, and I wasn't able to get up here, but he was vibing, and I appreciate. This is what I'm talking about. You don't have to necessarily watch the show to support, but you can support the sponsors so that they continue to pay for that stuff. But DeHaven came through. was at the bar. I don't know what the fuck we did on Thursday. He said it is a vibe. What was Thursday? Let me look at this. Oh yeah, I forgot the big announcement we got to make, but we'll make that here in a second. Oh, we ain't had shit but a DJ, so he was just vibing. For those who don't know and didn't listen on Wednesday or listen on Monday, um, today is a special day. It is a special year. Even though he didn't wear this number, I wore that number. But it's his 36th year on this planet. It's Miles' birthday, guys. Like, y'all gotta make sure y'all tell me, tell happy birthday. Charles, you said it's hard. Hold on. Charles, you said it's hard to reach me. Hold on, man. Charles, what's your Twitter handle? Or are you on Twitter or on Facebook, Charles? Before I get into this thing. Because Charles got to have a bachelor party this weekend, right. and we got to make sure we have this properly. I don't know if we ordered the midget strippers yet, but we want to make sure that he gets everything. Put your Twitter handle in here, Charles. Oh, damn, Charles, you couldn't have inboxed me on Facebook because I'd be looking at my shit. Hold on. You know what? It's too. I have my maybe in your defense. Let me see before I say you ain't do some shit. Hold on. Hold on. Because there's there's the Facebook page. You don't have to subscribe to my. You don't have to. It tells you. Now there's a bunch of people messaging me. It does have the opportunity to subscribe on my page. Here, are you? Let me see if I got Charles Walker. You got a black lady with a with a black lady as your Facebook as your own profile page, Charles? Because I only see one Charles Walker. And I know that ain't Charles Walker. Oh, or maybe this is Charles Walker. Or are you friends with my dog Wayne Tillman? He said yeah. Oh, you got the black lady. Okay. All right, cool. All right. I'm about to inbox you now. This is the old family president. Okay. Yeah. Damn, she was bad too. No, I'm just saying like old woman bad, like not like new young woman bad, like old woman bad, like oh damn, she was probably something. She was probably trouble. All right, boom, just inboxed you. All right, back to what we were saying. Miles' birthday today, so super chats go to Miles. So if y'all want to help, tell my man it's his 36th year. Tell him happy birthday. Actually, super chats go to Miles or the Texas Roadhouse. Really not sure which one. But like is that where you wanted to really go? Or is that just what was picked for you? No, she had offered it and I said yes. Okay, because Trey was mad. Where do you want to go? You know where Trey wanted to go. Crab? Nah, that's Kai. Kai wants to go to Juicy Crab. Trey was like, man, he could have had Texas Day Brazil. I mean, ain't that the same? I like Roadhouse before. I don't like Trey's got a stomach that's growing. Like Trey wants to eat copious amounts of, I ain't even gonna say because that's a pause moment. But Trey just wants to eat. I actually like sides. I like mashed potatoes and certain things. But so Texas Roadhouse, and then Miles, do you have what's your cash app? I'm 36. I'll put it in the chat. Miles will put it in the chat for. But yeah, Miles is in his 36th year, so happy birthday to Miles. All that jazz. Also, yeah, a whole bunch of other shit. Miles also gets a nice. He doesn't have to deal with his nephews for the weekend, so we got him getting him out of the house. So, cool stuff. All right, on to the next. Yeah. So a lot of times people go with MFTK and they don't really understand what MFTK, like Catholic priests, apparently school officials and male Republican senators. They don't understand that MFTK doesn't mean to literally, it's not man, fuck the kids. It's man, comma, fuck them kids. It's a difference. Like you got to make sure you space it out. I'm not anything with R. Kelly, but at the same time, Miles, what's your favorite liquor? Okay, he likes one day, like we will get Miles on some refined alcohol. Yeah, Crown is cool. Crown is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Crown is a good. It's solid. It's consistent. You don't have to wonder, is this Crown going to be bad if I'm going to dislike it? It's a good, steady, faithful thing. But like if get them. Just give him brown liquor. That's what he likes.
Yeah, brown.
He's racist with his alcohol. Don't give him no Pilgrim liquor. Don't give him vodka. Don't give him. Well, tequila's Mexican, so we don't know what tequila is. Sometimes tequila wants to be brown. Sometimes tequila wants to be white. But right now he wants his liquor brown. But so I say this to say, and this is funny. It's dark humor. Again, dark humor is okay when you stand on it and when it's well placed. So people put a lot of bullshit articles up here to get you scared. Oh, that's some bullshit. Hey man, fuck your friends, Charles. Like not like you gotta read. Like I'm just letting you know. Tell them I said to them, fuck y'all, man, for what you just messaged me. Like that's some bullshit right there, bro. But I'll talk to you after the show. They write these articles that scare. It's kind of like I remember my mom would send me some shit called Strawberry Quick was the new drug that they were giving kids. And I'm like, man, my kid ain't got no fucking Strawberry Quick. Or they're talking about the lies when they're saying, oh, we can't legalize marijuana because they're going to put gummies in the kids' candies during Halloween. I'm like, bitch, what houses are they giving away free drugs? Because I want to go. We want to go to that neighborhood. Like, bitch, do you know how much gummies cost? And do you know how high you get if you just put a whole bunch of gummies inside a damn trick-or-treat bag? Like, that is... I'll be in that bitch in a full Miles Morales suit. I'll be dressed like, I would, y'all think my hair to the side now, I'd be Killmonger like a motherfucker out there, bro.
Every black man who's on TV or the internet got that
hair. I'm so mad because when I started this dreads journey, everybody was like, I was getting hit with, do you think that your hair or your look will limit your potential? Now everybody got that shit. Nah, don't get it because it's cool. Or if you get it now, you got to get it like them young bucks. Now that's just too much. With the thick ass dreads that just look like I can't go that route. But if that's what you want to do, stand out. But y'all getting the nice individual, small, tight. Nah, don't go up there looking corporate no more, man. Fuck y'all. I digress. This person puts sick and so sick pedophiles are pretending to be chicken nuggets online to lure kids. And it's a UK news thing. And Josh is me. And Josh is y'all. If your kid goes to meet chicken nuggets, that shit's just natural selection at that point. And I agree. The problem is, again, it goes back to what I've been saying. You know, we got the three classes. You got the honors advanced students, you got the normal students, and then you got slow learning disability, the people who ate crowns. The problem is the people who keep reproducing at a high rate are the people who ate crowns. And we're all in the same thing. And now the people who ate crowns are producing kids who ate crowns, and then COVID happened, and now the people who ate crowns are teaching their kids shit, and now they eating chicken nuggets, and they thinking that like you going to meet a chicken nugget dog. Hey man, now listen, fuck you, Reggie. By the way, Smith. Like I don't even comment on X, but fuck you. And I hope Ramir kicks you in your nuts when you come back home. Like your little badass, my little badass godson kicks you in your nuts. Yeah, I know him. I know him. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. But yeah, man, it's just like, you know, if that's the case, man, like it just, I know, because I know the history behind requiring people to take tests to do things. It has been used in a racist manner, but I would not be opposed to like a little bit of like screening before they just let you have a kid. Like, because I don't think everybody should have the opportunity to have kids. Like, because some of y'all are stupid. And then what we can't do is keep replicating the stupid, because then you have shit like this. Like, it's certain things that don't look right. Like, you got to know what it looks like. But then again, you got people coming on. Yeah, black. They got flavored crowns.
Oh yeah. Just don't try it with cranberry juice. Just, okay, these are experienced.
Yeah, no, you can't just. So Crown Cranberry, take a lime, squeeze the lime in it, and the lime brings out the cranberry sweet flavors in it. But like if you just do, but one, that's the worst combination. I don't know. Somebody gave me one. You go Crown and ginger ale, or Crown and Coke, or fuck it, be a man, Crown, just Crown. Like at a certain point, stop chasing shit. Like that's the problem. Is we as men, we got to get back to when we were a proper country. Even though there are some men who are taking this to the next level, we'll talk about them a little bit later on the show, where I think they're just fucking too far gone. I don't want that to be like that. Yes, Luke. That's why I just told him, Grandma Isla says, we don't chase shit. Big Throw Athletics. Shout out to my dog, D Haven. We just shouted you out here a little bit. Thank you for coming by. Hell, D Haven, you want to come by right now? I got a drink on you. It's 5:00 somewhere. You want to come slide through? We can have a drink right after the show. That's where I'm at. That's where we do the show at with Goodfellas. So just letting you know. Crown Peach.
I read that as Crown and Ass.
Yeah, it's Crown Peach. It's that shit's too sweet. You have to chase the Crown flavor drinks with Sprite or something, because then it just tastes like a one of them adult seltzers or some shit like that. Crown Peach is like liquor syrup, but if you put Sprite or ginger ale in it, it just kind of tastes like peach Sprite with alcohol. So yeah. Yeah, like but I get, like I said, I got diabetes. That shit be fucking with my A1C. If I'm drinking deliberately, like I don't need the chaser. The alcohol already has got the sugars in it. I don't need to add more sugars to it to fuck up the vibe. I don't want to pass out from my A1C being too high. I would rather pass out from the drink. But so again, guys, don't let your kids get get Chris Hansen over some goddamn chicken nuggets, dog. Like, oh, the blackberry's not sweet. Okay, I haven't had the blackberry yet. So apparently Chris is saying blackberry Crown is not that bad. Yeah, Chris can drink. All right, we're going to the next thing. Continuation stuff. I love talking about things that we've talked about on shows. It either proves how smart we are or how stupid we are. I will never forgive the world for for judging a young black man who got woken up in the middle of the night because one of the craziest things you could ever predict, a whole boat hit a fucking bridge. And the Baltimore mayor, they were saying the new phrase for everybody, the DEI hire. Like, this man isn't qualified to be mayor when you go back and you look at his stuff. And like, his constituents did not win. But I will say he is not going to help it. But I also love unapologetically ignorant shit, especially when you're educated. And I ain't gonna lie, this man, Mayor Brandon Scott, he won his Democratic primary because I guess somebody came up against him. And this is how he did it. I don't know if all of he won, and this is what he came out to. Again, I'm not trying to spark any flames about, because everybody got all woke and shit about this Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit, but this is kind of funny and this is ignorant shit. We're gonna get jammed, but fuck it. Oh, maybe we won't get jammed. Oh, yeah.
So with that, let's welcome our mayor with a chant. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
Put it on that beat, go.
not like us. They 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 not like us.
Now I want people to realize how much unity is here.
They not like us. They not
And
like
my
us.
boy Blake, who's a Gator fan, is the one who made me. Blake said, when I run for president, see Brandon got holding the Brandon Scott sign, where that rubbed his shoulder. Blake said, when I run for mayor of Jacksonville, that's gonna be him in the background like this.
They not like us. They not like us.
Like vibing, man. Like I mean, he into it. Like he like hell yeah.
They not like us.
Huh?
They not like us. They not like us. They not like
Even
us.
though I really don't like that song, like not because of the content, it's just it's so West Coast. It's so but yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Like, hold up, pause. Actually, no, never mind. One, I want to give critique because they talked about this man right here because he got woke up out of his bed at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It was cold as fuck. He did not have on a suit. He just threw the first. I'm telling you, with James Coleman showing up, like if I'm mayor of Jacksonville and you wake me up at, I'm wearing some balling shorts, a wife beater, and Crocs. If you would have caught me 20 years ago, it'd have been in some slides. And I'm coming out there and I'm saying whatever the fuck is on my mind. Like, but I wasn't sure if he even owned the suit because I don't follow Baltimore politics like that. I want to say I appreciate you for not dressing like the guy who wrote a check to FAMU. Like that suit is very tailored. He has the French cuffs, it looks like, because that, you know, people going away from the French cuffs. Or no, that's a regular sleeve. That's not French. It just looked like that. But still, the sleeve is supposed to show when you bend, right? He's got a tie on. I don't wear ties anymore. I thought people stopped wearing fucking ties. But he's very formal. You see, again, remember I told you how to know to trust a black man? A black man is trustworthy who really believes in his lineup. That man just saw somebody. Any black man who got a hair all over the place, you got to figure out, are they truly black? I don't mind. You would have to tell me about Hispanics. I don't really know black Hispanics like that, so they may not give a fuck. Actually, Dominicans do.
Yeah,
when I went to the DR, everybody's a fucking barber in the Dominican, dog. They got razors, they got blades to cut you or to get your beard right. Whatever you need. But like, again, this is important right here. So like Angelo, like you gotta give me 20 more years of fuckery. When I get 60 and I'm old and I really have my money secure, I will run. I don't want to be bought. Or if I tell you, like, I'll say the truth in my campaigns. You better come with you better come with 100K, get you paid. You want this contract? All right. JEA, you want this? How much money you trying to charge? I mean, how much you paying, dog? But I mean, you know, yeah. You know, like I say, I'm coming in with my own agenda unless you pay me for your agenda. It's gonna be the cleanest campaign with nobody a part of it, or it's gonna be the most crooked campaign. But I tell you what, we gonna have fucking fun. I'm gonna tell you shit stupid. I'm empowered by 4 or 5. Like, while everybody looks at all of the bad or the good or whatever side you are with Trump, I look at the shit like, damn, Trump really came out this bitch saying, like, he literally won an election by roasting motherfuckers. Yeah. So I'm going to roast whoever the fuck I'm going up against. I can't wait. I hope it's an old Mark ass lame that's the incumbent. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna roast the fuck out of his ass. But that was funny because they talked about this guy so bad. He was very exactly. And I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be my I'm gonna bring my godbrother, my godbrothers Francois and Darian on board. And their job is to slap people like Bernie Mac did in Head of State. Like, that's what's going. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna be. Yeah. We go to the orange juice, Jones. So this is again continuation for Fed. This is basically, if you want to know what I'm going to do as a mayor. But this is, my boy put this as the next board of trustees meeting for FAMU when they talking to the president. But this is me as as a mayor if my president of the city council ain't on the same page as me too.
We sick and tired of that nigga there.
Hold on, go back to the beginning. Let me see if it's said because it's a. Hold on.
We sick and tired of that nigga there.
So the beginning of it is it's even funnier because he clipped that part out. He say, "So you saying as long I get up here and as long as I don't yell and I don't cuss, I can say what I want, right?" Okay, and then I push play. That's what he said before. So as long as I don't yell and as long as I don't cuss, I can say whatever I want. We're sick and tired of that nigga there. That man was fed up. That man was fed up, dog. That man was hot, dog. Like he was just like, nah, man, enough is enough, bro. Like, yeah. I'm sick and tired of that nigga there. Hey, you gotta get on. But yeah, I just love continue. I definitely will tell some. Eric's like, I can see Big Game telling men on the council they need to go to Alpha Clinic to get their levels right. I'd be like, hey man, I got. It's a lot of shit. I would treat it like coaching. My kids know me with coaching. They know like when that thing is like here, like don't talk to me until that thing get about right there. Then we can have a good conversation. But until then, I am on edge. Don't fuck with me. I say, I'll tell them. I say, hey, I ain't have my coffee today, so like. You know, if you want, or by off. Oh, what I'm really going to tell my constituents is like we saw it on with Big Red on the 5 Heartbeats, and the dude came and said, "I need to talk to you about my royalties and my publishing." And he said, "I don't want to talk about that right now." And he's like, "Nah, you gonna fuck you in your time. My office hours are from 9 to 5. I would talk to you about that from 9 to 5. Your ass come to me because I saw people, whether you like Lenny or not." I fuck with Lenny because Lenny was real with me. I like Lenny. I don't say I like all Lenny's policies. I don't know how. I don't agree with everything my mama say. So I don't know how y'all feel like you just gotta believe everything that your politicians say. You don't agree with one thing, so you don't fuck with them. So, but Lenny, I fuck with Lenny, right? I tell you this. Lenny made sure I had $10,000 for the last 4 years for my book bag drive, so I fucks with Lenny. But I seen the way some of y'all came in. Lenny over here enjoying a steak. He's just enjoying a steak with his family. Your ass need to be worrying about that Jaguar deal. Like, yo, it's like, what the fuck is he gonna do with the Jaguar deal that late in, like, dog? And then Lenny got tired, and then like Lenny started clapping back. But like, you gotta be like that. I was telling Lenny, my only critique is just if you nip that shit in the bud off the gate, you ain't gotta worry about that shit. Like, it would be some slick shit. Like, I forgot what he told. He told one dude, like, it was horrible, but he wasn't mayor no more then, or he was about to get out. Oh, he roasted the dude. I think he told him something like his mom should have swallowed or some shit like that. I forgot what. Hold on, I don't want to. Hey, let me tell you when I really started, because I went to Lenny's where he was running for the campaign. I met him with some folks, but when I really, really started fucking with Lenny, right, is Lenny's the first mayor that I ever seen that was out here spitting Jay-Z bars. And I was like, yo, I fucks with you. He does, man. Lenny was a wild boy. Damn, I'm trying to find. I thought I had it. Yeah, Tim Scott. I'll never trust Tim Scott for anything because Tim Scott just don't believe in edges. Nah, it's not good at all. Not good at all. I like my guys. For people before they say, I'm a black Republican. My son's godfather is a black Republican, Terrence, and Terrence's hairline is immaculate. He takes great pride in making sure his edge is right, and that's why his policies are good. That's why he was the president of the city council. I was trying to find it, man. I know my boy Bobby Seidel told me about it. Damn, I guess I ain't really. I know Lenny was wilding one day. He might have been sipping too. I was trying to, because it was a cold ass bar. Damn. But anyways, all right, we can go into the next thing. Yeah. Okay. Don't play it out. Go to the one before that. Wait a minute. Oh, they took the shit down, man. Some bullshit. All right, I'll play it over here on mine because I got the video was up when I sent that. So, yeah, that's wild. But basically, guys, man, we got to go back to being men. It's still on mine. I don't know why it's like that, but simping is not pimping. But this is a short clip, and I want to tell you this: I'm not perfect at all. I'm a fucked up individual at times. I'm also, because of that, I give grace. Because of that, I give grace. I tell people all the time on this show, I don't view cheating the same way that everybody else views cheating. But I have limits. And I'm just you guys are gonna hear the sound. Should I do the Bluetooth? Or or do you think I can make it loud enough to just go through the microphone?
They should be able to pick it up in the microphone.
So Kel Mitchell is famous on from doing Keenan and Kel, doing all that. They did have that YouTube documentary not YouTube, the Netflix documentary that I can't even watch because the dude was out there MFTK and everybody and Nick, men and women. But I don't think Keenan and Kel got involved in that. But Kel gets on Shannon Sharp's couch, and I don't know if Shannon roofies this stuff, but Shannon gets people to say some shit. But this right here, even if you got to learn to take your L's in silence, and we all know too much about each other. But like, you couldn't put me in Guantanamo Bay and have me getting waterboarded every day and get this kind of information out of me. But this is what he said. And it's just like, for those who are in your office, I apologize for maybe the way this is going to go, but whatever. Oh, shit.
She had gotten pregnant, other things, and it just got to a point.
She had gotten pregnant again?
Yeah.
When y'all together?
Yeah.
And it wasn't you?
Not with me.
Ah, come on, Kel.
It wasn't me. It wasn't.
And you stuck around?
Yeah, I stuck around. Well, here's the thing. These were things that were being revealed.
She telling you this? No. How did you find?
So I didn't realize that part, that she didn't tell this. Okay, so for those for context, Kel was married, and his wife got pregnant not once but twice by other men. And not, it's a lot. You got a lot of onion layers to peel back on this one. One, that pussy fire. Two, because there's no real way to describe why you would even do that from Kel's perspective. But how is a guy going in this thing and just shooting up the club twice? That means or the pullout game is weak. But like, either way, like, two separate, and then three, she a ho-ho. She gives no fucks. You don't just accidentally nut in somebody once or twice. Like, that's a comfort level thing.
Yeah.
Like, that means you've been hitting it raw for a minute. And as a guy who tells you, gentlemen and women, y'all can take this in your way. You can flip it. It's a universal truth. I was telling people the other day, because people asked me about a Facebook post. There's the 4 C's in life, and there's the 3 F's philosophy. The 4 C's in life are kind of fluid. You find your own C's. My C's are coffee, cognac, cigars, and coochie. As long as I got those 4 things, my life is pretty good. The 3 F's is like, that's law. You cannot break the 3 F's. If it ain't fucking feeding or financing me, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, so you got to go with those things. But like, the other rule that I try to tell men is 65%. Don't give over 65% of your dick to a woman that you're not planning on wifing, because it fucks their head up. So, I mean, you can't go out there and be putting on a show with everybody. That's how you get, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show, but like, my point with that is, if you go raw, you're already at 60%, bro. Like, it ain't much you can really do to go over the 65%. Like you just put it in there. Like, what do the Mormons call it? Like, soaking. You just soaking in that thing raw. You already at 60. If you cough, you're at 65%. Like, or what do they say? Like, when they're not doing it, but somebody's pushing them on you while you're soaking. Like, you're over 65%, bro. That means Kel's wife was out here giving over 65% consistently while he was married. Like, Like women love to say when they catch you cheating, you making me look like a fool in these streets. Not really, only if you broadcast it. Now, you know how to broadcast it? Get fucking pregnant. Like getting pregnant by a side dude is not keeping it pimping. And as a dude, staying with this is not really like helping, dog. Like it's just, it's a wild, it's a wild world. This should have launched Kel's evil origin story. Like he should be doing nothing like how we talk about Ving Rhames and how he plays an incredible prison rapist somehow. We should see nothing but Kel playing Ike Turner roles for the rest of his life, and him being so good, and the women actors like, it was just a real experience, and he's such a great actor. He ain't acting. He see his wife or ex-wife or whatever I hope it's his ex-wife at this point. And again, I always tell people the bills are entirely too high for people to just get divorced for no reason. But this is a reason to get divorced. Like you gotta, I always say, like, if it's not physical or emotional abuse, man, you can ride it out. This gotta qualify as you're about to get physical abuse or you're being emotionally abused. Like this is something like you gotta walk away, dog. She has absolutely no respect for you. Yeah, like you gotta like be a man, respect yourself. Get your testosterone levels checked, man. Like he's explaining, nah, she didn't tell me. Like, nah, bitch, that is estrogen flowing in you, dog.
I mean, therapy's a great thing or whatever, but
Nah.
this might be too much therapy. He's too well adjusted.
No, he's lying to himself.
Yeah.
Therapy only works when you work with it. I think a lot of people just want to go talk to somebody. And that's really, you're just paying $150 an hour to just talk to somebody, and they figured out that they put game on. A true therapist is going to tell him, go get you a real good hobby. And like, dog, this is what a true therapist will say. If you're that well adjusted, there's something else wrong with you.
He got a Dexter.
And even it's the fact, or he likes it. And what do they call it? The pilgrims call it the cuck or something like that. I don't know. But like, and then I guess that technically is the pie thing, like the pie filling or the cream pie thing or whatever. Like, but that's in movies. Like that's in heavily edited porn situations. This is real life, dog. Like you're not supposed to be sitting there watching your old lady get a black back blown out like the dude, like Big Homie was doing while he was on the Spaces with Florida State, complaining about how Florida State Spaces was very Florida State centric while his wife was over there getting the Kel Mitchell treatment. Like that don't make no sense, dog. We got to chill with this. But when a man is telling his truth, no matter how simple it is and how dumb it is, there is always a bitch there to fuck up his healing process and his happiness. And yes, you have to let me call her a bitch in this situation, Kel. She is. I can't. Me not calling her a bitch is disrespectful to you, Kel, and I just can't do that. If you don't catch that, you didn't watch the Boondocks your childhood. Your life sucks. Like you would know that reference. But go check out the other one, Miles, so that we can see now this is her coming in and responding to her truth about Kel saying his truth. And just listen to Tisha Hampton. That mouth is diabolical. She looks evil and like she could fuck your head up and fuck your life up. So I could see that. I could see why those guys might have came at her twice. But
So Kel, who is this person that was pregnant? Because it was not me. Like, who was this? And then other thing is like, how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember your kids for like years? Like, I don't even know, 13, I don't know, 14. And then how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember Nick, in my cheerleading outfit, right? Like, how does your memory work exactly? Because you remember lots of things about me from a long time ago, and it just kind of odd, like how your memory works. Like you don't remember. I don't know. Do you remember your daughter in a car accident? You remember your son losing his tooth? You remember taking your kid's money? Do you remember being completely physically, mentally abusive?
Probably
Do you
after you got
remember
pregnant.
that you used to beat me and hit me and choke me and strangle me when I would come out the hospital because I have single beta thalassemia disease? Do you remember that?
What?
Do you remember that you were addicted
Single
to sex?
beta
Do you remember that? Do you
memory
remember me
disease?
catching with a man? Do you remember that? Do you remember
What's funnier in this? Okay, so we can stop this because
using the
basically,
money
I think a
that
lot
I
of
created?
people. She has anemia.
what did she say?
No, it's like I just wanted to Google it. Like,
She just say a name.
yeah, but it's the same beta. That's a single beta. I put single beta disease, and then it came up like the word there. It's a big word. That's a mouthful right there. But it's like it's only like one gene is damaged. It causes less severe anemia. Blah. People with this type have 50% chance of passing the gene on to their children. Blah blah blah. A whole bunch of other shit. But like, one, she didn't probably listen to the whole Shannon Sharp. She just heard that part. Like, maybe he did talk about all of this other shit. Maybe Shannon didn't ask him that those things. Maybe it was just like, and like you just said, Miles, like, why are you so calm?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the word salad. She was just saying a bunch of things.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of random things. And then the other part, like, because again, like, it made me think about Usher. Like, what's her name? The lady who was molesting Usher because they got the age gap. From TLC, Chili, right? People forget that Chili was old as fuck when she was dating Usher.
You really spun that one.
But no, I just like I say it because it's bad when men do it, but when women do it, it's fucking empowering. But she said Usher did something to her that she could never forgive, and it's so cheating can be forgiven eventually. They do say Usher, you know, he got in trouble because he may have one of them gifts that keep on giving, like the herp. But I just thought in my head, what is the only thing as a woman? Because we all know who the most homonym, the homophobic sex is. It's clearly women. If I was like, Chili walked in on Usher, well, now we know about the Diddy stuff. Like, Chili walked in on Usher with Diddy or some shit like that. That would drive a woman crazy. If that happened, if she caught a dude in her cheerleading, she said, we don't out now Nick in my cheerleading uniform. And like what she's implying, because like you playing cosplay in her gear. Because it's one thing to catch somebody cheating. It's even one thing to catch a dude cheating on you with another man. It's another thing for him to wear your clothes. Like, have you ever seen how women act with they with their shoes and all this other shit? She'd have lost her goddamn mind. She wouldn't be that calm. But all I'm saying is, just like she's getting mad at this situation, if you had all of this information and there was animosity, bitch, we would have been known Kel was. And I'm not even saying Kel not a little sassy. He takes his words. He might have done it. But that's not the point. Is you would have been said that. But in all of this, if all of that was happening on her side, she a simp too. Like that, none of that shit should fly.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like at a point, we got to stop.
Yeah.
I'm not telling people because y'all happy with the bag.
Mm-hmm. That basically. And the bag ain't even like Kelly ain't been in a hit movie in like since I was 12. Like they just redid all the Good Burger shit. And you can't tell me you dealt with all of that shit for 30 years for Good Burger 2 to finally come out.
You saying domestic violence? Like call the police, lady. What are you talking to on the internet for?
Right. You went to the hospital. Like you like again. I'm not saying Kel didn't do it. I don't know, but I'm not saying Kel is the scariest person in the world. Like he ain't. I would if she was Kenan Thompson's wife. Kenan's on SNL. Kenan's a good Kenan's still famous.
Right.
I get it. I'm afraid because of who my husband is. Blah blah blah. Dude, these comments are out of pocket. I'm a dude. She's a dude. We're a dude. We're all dudes. Maybe he is. The signs were always there. But anyways, man, that shit was wild again. You couldn't. I think too many of y'all say way too many things about people in your relationships that if we didn't know, we wouldn't know. But like y'all just feel the need like to just pour your hearts out on Twitter to strangers that don't really give a fuck. And now we all know shit about you that we didn't need to know about you. Like, I really want to do a thing one day where it's just like, actually they did it. It was one of the movies, the fat comedian with glasses or comic actor. Like he said, hey, such and such is doing this. And nobody responds. See, no one cares. You say all of that because you know that that when you get to hell, you're gonna meet two babies that you probably got aborted. And and now the world knows you got to come up with something worse. Like your child lose, like she threw everything. It's funny you can remember that, but you can't remember your child losing the tooth. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. The only thing I remember about Trey losing like one of his first teeth or how the fuck to say it was that I don't carry cash on me, and we're trying to get him to believe in the tooth fairy, and I only had a $50 bill on me, and they were trying to convince me to put a $50 bill under the pillow of I don't think Trey was like 3 or 4, and you know Trey. I've never done ancestry, but I know it's Jewish in there somewhere. And Trey got all of those traits. Again, don't get mad at me. If you don't get mad at me, that is the good fucking stereotype. Like if I take some of the stereotypes that y'all give to us, but I love the big dick and fast ones. So like if you're gonna take the good ones, I'm never gonna talk about the bad ones. There's nothing wrong. I do not understand if a Jewish person can tell me why y'all get so mad about people saying y'all good with money. Like I would be content, and then I would probably know a little bit more. But I promise you, I don't remember any of the other teeth. Really don't even know what actually I know. Only thing I know what we did, and it's kind of weird, is like what we did with the teeth because they're just like in this little dish. I don't even know why they're in this. It's like they're like ain't nobody touching them, but it's like a little small thing. All these little teeth in there, except for the one tooth that I do remember because he was mad. He was lit, but I was so literal with him. He lost the tooth, but he lost the tooth that he lost. And he was like, Dad, can you talk to the tooth fairy to tell them, I mean, you can see I lost the tooth. I said, sorry, bro. Tooth ain't the tooth ain't there. The tooth fairy got to come see the tooth, take the tooth, put money there. That's how it works. I didn't make these rules. Like the rules is the rules. But anyways, fuck that bitch, and don't let your chick get pregnant by another man. Like, just that's the worst. I can't say this though. If she wasn't a virgin when you met her, and you can forget all the dicks of the past, you can forget a dick or two in the future. But you can't forget that she allowed somebody to consummate, like to connect the sperm with the egg. That's just a little bit too much for even me. Like, do you remember when you lost a tooth? When I lost 2 teeth? What do you mean? When your ass got pregnant twice? That's why you don't remember the pregnancies, bitch. That's why we not together. You're hard of hearing. Without like your memory is dumb. But we got to the next thing. That's just simping's not pimping, dog. And then again, you got guys like this, Ed Latimer, and Miles. You can chime in on this one because I thought that this was wrong. I'll say this. He's got a partial truth to him, but he's probably one of those idiots that say, I don't play video games. And I'm like, you're dumb. I didn't play video games until July 19th, actually July 16th. I'm going to be playing video games like a motherfucker. I'm probably going to I got to go find another PlayStation 5 now because I know my son not going to let me play. But if you don't know what happens, we're going to tell you here in a second because shit's exciting. I'm pumped. I need y'all to become members, and I need y'all to pay some more money so that I can make sure I can afford my new video game habit. But Ed Latimer puts something a lot of men don't like to admit, and all the 18 million views, all the hoes ate it up. All of your hobbies and ambitions are to attract women.
Wow.
Nature doesn't care how much personal fulfillment you get from them. Those things are cool, but they are coincidentally positive externally to the prime objective to keep the species going. Then other dudes, same men don't admit they work out a little harder when they're cuties in the gym. Facts. One of the drawbacks of being good with women is how hard it is to make something of yourself, to become high value. Why do I grind so hard to not get women? Okay.
I hate everything about. I wish I had the Kendrick song playing right now. I hate the way.
Yeah, I hate the way you look. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you type. I hate everything. I hate the hoes you fuck, or the way he didn't say hoes because he doesn't seem like that. Is it the women that you sleep with because they confuse themselves as women or some shit like that?
Bro, yeah. The thing is, with dudes like this, women believe them. That's the annoying
Mhm.
part. First of all, you shouldn't trust a nigga who don't have real friends.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If your sister, if I told you, if I would have like when we were dating, if I would have told your sister, hey, you should check out. I've been coaching Florida State for 50 years on NCAA 2012. You should see how big I've won 13 national championships in that time. Oh my God, that is so sexy. That's so attractive. Like, that is fucking weird. That is not why we play video games. Now, there are women who play video games, and there are benefits to that. But it's not why I played NCAA. That was a hobby of mine. Like, it's not why I played Madden. I played Madden because I needed something to take a break from the real world. It's hard.
And then people are gonna go watch Fallout, watch the new show, not knowing that it came out in the game first. But I digress. It's just,
you know why I drink this? Do you know why I drink this? It's not for the hoes. I drink it. It's bitter. It has a strong taste, but it's fucking effective, and I like it. I drink scotch. You know what women don't? You know what scares me when a woman drinks scotch? Because you're not supposed to. It's because it's strong. It burns the chest. I promise you, I ain't drinking that for the hoes. You drink mimosas and that other fruity shit for that. Like, there are things that we do, but like not all hobbies though. Like are for that.
It's super obvious. When women get super upset, if you say, "Oh, they're working out for a man," or wearing these type of clothes to attract men.
Which we know, but there are things that women do that have absolutely nothing to do with men.
Right.
I can't tell you all of them because I'm not a fucking woman and I really don't give a shit. But I do know, like, you know, some of that shit, some shit is just to do, like shit to do. Why'd you climb that mountain? I was bored.
But it also speaks to the type of person he is, right? He can't do anything without the notoriety of it.
Right. That's what you're doing, shit to be seen. He's Derek Jackson. Yes, Angelo. He said he sounds like that motherfucker that used to be lying to women while sitting in his car doing videos and got caught cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
It's one of the most fucked up situations in the world, man. Made that bitch come down in her bonnet. Like, and the crazy part is she was pretty with the bonnet, but hoes was ripping her. But like, she like came out and did a podcast, and she actually is an attractive looking woman. But he fucked her head up. Now she got all the way over to the Christian train. Like, she's just super, super Christian. Like,
I mean, can't believe the pandering.
yeah, that man. I used to tell women because they would post this stuff, and I'd be like, you know, he's lying, right? Like, you know, he's full of shit. And what was crazy is he was making the videos going to cheat some of them days. That was wild, man. Like, but I knew when I saw his stats from football, I said, oh yeah, I know you. I know guys like you. You sucked, and you just happened to be. You was one of them really jack dudes that the girl thought was gonna be good at football because you look like it, but then you wasn't. And like, now you're in this thing, and you know you look good, and the women, the women are giving you attention because they damn sure never gave you attention because you were good at football. But
the nigga was lying.
That's it, man. I actually Facebook on this day. I guess like every day this year. I mean every year on this day I always retweet something, so I got to do it again. Like, your boy, ladies that listen, your man lying about how good he was at football. I don't know if you need to hear. This is me telling you this in love. That motherfucker lying. Go to the next thing. hate simps. Just be a man. I don't even worry about it. I hate George Carl. I don't even want to talk about that. Just people hate LeBron. Now, going back to what my hobby will be starting July 19th. I believe it's July 19th. But you can click the first thing. The NCAA video game is coming out. And it's not just coming out. It is coming out like your mom, like your favorite, like your uncle that tastes his words at Thanksgiving. It's coming all the way out the closet. Bang, boom, pause. They got a whole new MVP bundle. Miles, you was there, but I told my son, hey, I heard about it. I didn't even know this little motherfucker knew about the MVP bundle. This bitch looked at me like I was the greatest father in the world. Like the joy on his heart, like, yes, we're getting the MVP bundle. The EA Sports College Football 25 Deluxe Edition. You get 3-day early access, July 16th to the 18th. Yeah, I don't know what the 4,600 college football points is. I really don't give a fuck about that. The Heisman Hopeful Ultimate Team Pack, choice of one player item out of 5. Really don't know what the fuck that means. The Alma Mater Ultimate Team Pack, choice of one player item out of 134. Really don't know what the fuck that means. All I care about is the fact that I get it July 16th through the 18th. But you get all these things, but but I also get the deluxe edition of Madden 25, and I get that 3 days early. And so it's a really good benefit because the game is $70 by itself. So if I was going to buy both of them for $5 per game extra, I get all this extra. I get to get it early and extra. Hell yeah, I'm doing that shit. About to buy that shit this weekend. Just to make sure. I don't even know how they sell out of the digital copies, but just to make sure they don't sell out of digital copies, I want to make sure I have that bitch. I've been waiting for this. I would have paid $150 for the damn game itself. I was ready. I was ready for this moment. But like, shut up and take my money is all I'm saying. I want to put a live video of me. And this is a video of draft day a few years ago. What's funny is this kid is actually about to walk on to Florida State. That's in this video. But when they play that war chant on that video game, it might be a real like a joyous, like I'm the pursuit of happiness. Like when Will Smith had to run out of the room. Like, because I love it, but like I'm gonna show the video, Miles, so that people can see. Like, this is going to be me when I first hear the war chant after I'm beating the fuck out of the computer on Heisman mode. That's Jermaine Johnson's little brother. Like, for those who don't know, Jermaine, oh shit. Damn it. You ever had a good argument with somebody and you got a good comeback, but it's too late? Yeah. So George's football coach was at our practices at Mandarin, and we were going back and forth. And he was playing the dozens with a dude that wants to play, because I did cut him. He got a little upset, but I'm like, you ain't getting none of our kids anyway, so get the fuck out of here. So he was like, yeah, we whooped y'all ass. I said, man, yeah, y'all did, and it doesn't matter, bro. Well, that's about culture. I said, listen, dog, if you believe 13 players that are in an NFL roster did not affect the fucking football game, that just goes to show that you're a mercenary that never fucking touch the football field. All you do is know how to read numbers and X's and O's. You don't know shit about this game, and I don't argue with people. Bring Kirby down, and me and Kirby can have a discussion like men who've played this game.
That's a lot.
Like, it was just very sort of, but I really wish, because the guy who's in this video is a guy by the name of Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson played defensive end for Florida State, but before that, he was at the University of Georgia. I said, that's why we're going to keep taking your players, developing them, and showing them how to get to the NFL in the first round. But they still did beat the fuck out of us. I did tell them that at the end. I said, but y'all beat the fuck out of 45 players, that some of which will not play next year. So, like, good for you. Kudos. Congratulations. But anyways, though, I can't wait. College football is back officially July 16th. I don't give a fuck. Like, even my godbrother from Miami, Dre was a big Miami fan, said, I don't give a fuck what happens with Miami now that college football's back. The U will be back. He's like, I know for a fact that U is going to win a national championship this year. Going back into that, adapt or die. One guy who just refuses to be great is a guy by the name of Dabo Sweeney. Dabo is going to do what the fuck Dabo wants to do. And he's going to do it in the name of Jesus Christ. At ACC Media Days, Dabo Sweeney, excuse me, not the media days, this is the spring meetings. Dabo was there talking about Clemson and the transfer portal. So if you can go play that video, Miles, so we can listen to what Dabo had to say about this.
Well, it wasn't really necessarily like a intentional thing. There's a couple guys we looked at, but they gotta love you too.
But it also tells us you like where you're at, and you like.
Yeah, that's what people. That's the other part of it. And honestly, every player is technically a transfer. We just signed a whole class of guys transferring from high school. So we like our guys. We like our starters. We look at every position and we say, okay, you've got, Coach Reed, you're going to get, 2 corners. Do you want to train? No, sir. I like my guys. Here's the guys in recruiting. And, there's a lot that goes into it. But we had 127 players go through spring, and 125 are still on our roster post portal. So maybe we should get like a trophy. And oh, by the way, we don't have many guys leave without a degree. We just had the highest graduation success rate. Like, you asked me that, and we're a part of that group, but we had the highest graduation success rate in all of college football, and the highest, I think, in the Power 5 in the last 20 years. And so, to me, that's good.
There's some good in that. But nobody can manipulate. Like when Dabo came in and said, Dabo, are you going to participate? Let me tell you about name, image, and likeness, NIL. Let me tell you about NIL. This is the NIL that I believe in. The name, image, and likeness of Christ.
That's the line he dropped.
On God. Dead serious. Dead the fuck serious. So this is what he really wanted to say. We have the best transfer. Because to me, he got a little Joel Osteen in him a little bit.
Yeah.
We have the best transfer. Let me tell you something about the transfer I serve. He transferred from on high. It went down low. And he snatched the keys of death from hell. And then he transferred him back to our Father into his rightful seat. And that transfer's name is Jesus Ramon Christ. That's the transfer that we serve here at Clemson. Like, that man gonna make you believe. That man gonna spin everything into a biblical story, bro. Like, that's what he really wanted to do. But he was just like, but he also knows that, if we're being truthful, Clemson has some holes. That they do a good job in recruiting. But they do have some things that are gonna do damage for this year. But in the long run, he does such a good job with recruiting that Clemson will always be right there. And I think, like Mike said, way too much self-righteousness is a form of control. But go to the next thing where he goes and talks about it again on Sirius XM. He is talking about why they didn't go and pursue somebody in the transfer portal.
Players in the portal. I mean, it's really pretty simple. Most of the guys in the portal aren't good enough to play for us.
Yeah.
That's just
that's
just the reality of it. I mean, we have guys that are backups at Clemson that go in the portal because they just want to have an opportunity. And most of them are graduates, by the way, but we have guys that are backups, or they want a chance to go play. And I got no problem with that. And so rarely do we have a starter leave Clemson. You've got the majority of the guys, they're guys that are in the portal because they want to have a chance to go start somewhere. Mm-hmm. They're not playing where they are. They're not good enough to come in and play for us. And so we'd rather take
I'm gonna push pause.
Good high school player as long as we can.
I want to put this in perspective, and I'm not saying he's not. That's a great strategy, right? To use the portal. But would anybody say Earl Little Jr., who's a cornerback, isn't good enough to play at Clemson? Would anybody say Jared Verse, who was a first-round pick, wouldn't have been good enough to play at Clemson? What about Braden Fisk? What about Marvin Jones Jr. this year? What about I'm trying to think of some of the guys Miami took. Would Cam Ward not be an upgrade over K Klubnik? Would shit, you talk about DJU, but DJU literally gave you the best record that you've had in quite some time. And he's probably going to have a better record than you right now. It's just a lot of things that he's saying. And it sound good if you just came off of a 13-1 season. But like you're talking about one of your worst seasons that you've had in quite some time. And like, bro, y'all not like that this year. And you know what's going to keep happening if you keep getting your ass whooped by teams that are taking people in the transfer portal. There's going to be a couple of your guys that are going to start leaving because they know you're not really you're an unserious program right now. So, but that's all on Dabo. Congratulations to how you feel the way you feel, and that's what you do. College football is soon come though in reality. We got college football news here. And this is weird too. You have the MEAC SWAC Challenge. It will be nationally televised on ABC week 0. They play May 24th. They play at 7:30 p.m. So FAMU will play Norfolk State. FAMU is getting a primetime game. Ironically, without Dion even being in HBCUs. So like you see, it was happening before Dion, and I told y'all it would happen after Dion. So that is a big deal. The next thing, ABC announced, I know a lot of people have talked about this, is a little late, but ABC announced that the UM versus Florida game will be kicked off at 3:30 p.m. August 31st. It will be hot as fucking balls in Gainesville, because if you think it's hot in Miami, you don't have the humidity that is in central fucking Florida, which is where Gainesville is. That shit stinks. It's like, I don't wish that on anybody. Like the fans attending that game, all I'm going to tell you to do is make sure you drink a shit ton of water. It's going to be a lot of fights, and it's going to be a lot of bad. There's nothing that tell you about the fight that we had at our tailgate at for Labor Day, right? It was so bad that we couldn't even call the police. All we could do was laugh at these white men. I got to go find the video. They were so drunk that they couldn't even really get good swings and footing off. And I'm like, man, y'all get the fuck out of here. Like, somebody escorted the dude. They escorted him off. And then the last thing for college football season coming up, for people who were afraid that the EA Sports wasn't going to be able to get athletes because stupid people like Arch Manning were saying, I don't want to be on the game. I'm not going to take this $600 until I play. I don't want any NIL deals until I play. Like, kids like my son ain't going to just create Arch Manning if they really want him on Texas. In case this is a thing the timeline cares about, the streets are telling me that the final opt-in athlete numbers for EA College Football 25 were over 12,800, which is obviously well above the total number of roster slots. Folks don't need to worry about athletes not being in the game. If you told me I'm getting $600 and the fucking game, you can use, they could use my old image and likeness. Like, make the All-Star game, like the old, like, you know how much of an honor that would be, like, for real. Like, so they do I think Madden used to do it, like the 60s, the decades teams, right? If somebody said, hey, James, we want to let you, or EA Sports, we want to reach out to you. You were selected to be a part of the FSU 2000s all decade team. We're going to give you $600 and a free copy of the video game. But in perpetuity, like every year we'll give you a free, or even if it was just one time, we have that. We have the ability to use you in perpetuity, means forever, guys, to use you on this video game. But we're going to give you in 2024, we're going to give you $600 in the video game. I'm going to say, man, have at it. Because that's an honor. That means I was on the fucking video. I'm always going to be on that fucking video game. But, people are dumb. But there is something that I'm going to probably talk about or do a separate show about that's coming that probably will be the death of the NCAA and Title IX and a lot of other shit. And it has to do with people being a little too greedy on both sides. But it is fucked up. It's crazy. College football is coming, so we have college football win totals. 2024 Big 12 win totals, as told by Action Network's HQ app, reported by Brett McMurphy. They have Kansas State in Utah being the top teams in the Big 12 with 9.5 wins apiece. Kansas at 8.5 wins, Arizona at 7.5 wins, Iowa State at 7.5 wins, Oklahoma State at 7.5 wins, TCU at 7.5 wins, Texas Tech at 7.5 wins, in Florida, UCF at 7.5 wins, West Virginia at 6.5 wins, Baylor at 5.5, Cincinnati at 5.5. The Fighting Deion Sanders Buffalo, Colorado, 5.5 wins, which should have probably got him a lot of hate, because anything you say that doesn't have Deion playing in the national championship, you are a hater. Not my words, but that's just what everybody else says. Arizona State, 4.5, BYU, 4.5, Houston, 4.5. Matter of fact, one person put Buffs at 5.5, and then somebody was trolling too high. We know. I think I'm not gonna take the under, but I definitely, if somebody gave me 7, I would take the under for Buffalo. But I think they're gonna win 6 games, by the way. I think they win 6 games. Brett McMurphy also post 2024 ACC win totals by the same Action Network HQ. Clemson, Florida State, Miami, all at the top of the conference with 9.5 wins. Louisville, NC State at 8.5 wins. SMU has 7.5 wins. Did y'all realize that SMU had the 3rd most sacks last year on defense? That was crazy. SMU, Syracuse, UNC, Virginia Tech, all at 7.5. Cal and Duke at 6.5. Georgia Tech, I think I would take the over. Georgia Tech and Pitt at 5.5. Boston College at 4.5. Virginia and Wake at 4.5. Stanford at 3.5. I'm honest, God's truth with you, I'm gonna go look at where I can bet, and I'm gonna take the under for Clemson and Miami, even though I do believe Miami could get 10 wins. I think 10 wins is their ceiling. Man, they nah. And the reason why I say that, so it's just not a troll, is because like their coach left right before the fucking spring to go to the NFL and be the DC at Green Bay. And he used the transfer portal to get guys to come there and then blamed the transfer portal while he was leaving.
All right, I do remember him.
All right, can we got the NCAA, they're about to drop the trailer online here in a minute. Really? Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. But yeah, just trying to see if somebody, I know one of my group chats gonna put it up there as soon as they damn shit. All right, Florida got another Arizona State wide receiver. That's pretty good. Is that it? So it's going on right now? Yeah. All right. Can we go ahead and just breaking news? And we'll just go ahead and play that bitch. So yeah, we'll stop and let y'all see this college football reveals, because that's very important to me. Okay, Boston College with the Eagle.
Finally, it is here. You can take all that just another game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for.
are there.
Yeah, I'm playing this shit.
Fire.
Ooh.
Come on. It's back, you guys. I got the goosebumps.
That was the only thing I'll say is this. We can at least like that. I can tell that's a video game. Like we can cut out the realistic shit. Like that don't look like real people.
It's the same as the old.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of looks just like the old video game. Like it's just the graphics, but I'm okay with that. Like I'm good. Like I'm content. Like just give me the damn video game and we're good. Nobody gets hurt. But yeah, so that's man. The only thing I do want to pay for it, and I do want to get it 3 days early. But there was something we were talking about this on the porch yesterday. It was something about knowing that the game came out and you get it at midnight if you went to GameStop. Yeah. It was something about like the bonding moment and all you weirdos being out there. Like not you guys, I was one of them too. Like we're all out there together, and we're people are in their chairs and just. Because they're only going to give out a certain amount of the game. Yeah. And so, like, you got to get there and get posted up. And, they didn't show any nose. They showed Boston College heavy. But I'm cool with it. Whatever, dog. Hey.
The oldest school?
Michigan, I believe. Michigan is playing football longer than anybody.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be on it. Even though you're right. They did not update nothing.
Yeah, no, like none of that shit looked like
They just put the names.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like now we don't have to. Which I mean, it was something about that too. You get the game, and then you go search the internet for the roster cards or the download that you could get. You download it, and then boom, now you have the names up there, and then you play a couple seasons, and you save the draft classes, and then you upload them into Madden, and now you're playing with your favorite football players on Madden and shit like that. And as a player, you used to like we really got judged off of this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
you were talking to
Cromartie, yeah.
Night, and as soon as he said his name, all I got was nostalgic about playing with him on Madden and be like, that was such a safe side to play any receiver I wanted on. Put a Cromartie.
Yeah. By the way, we in our spaces that the Miami fans were complaining about, we had no legends come in the spaces and we were just chopping it up.
Oh, so it wasn't no troll type.
No, it's literally just we were talking, and me and Crow were literally just sharing stories. Because Crow, I grew up with Crow. Like Crow is not like just a guy I play with. Like
y'all did that for free.
Yeah, it was for free.
On the channel.
I told because he won't come on the channel. But it's the reason why. When me and Crow talk, we talk. Like we talk for real, whether it's on a space. All right. So whatever you think about me, take Crow and amplify it by 10. Crow gives no fucks. He's got $25 million in the bank. You can't cancel him. The bitch lives off his fucking interest, does whatever the fuck he wants to do. Could fly, drive, do whatever he will, go wherever he wants. Crow wants to coach in college, so he is trying to like temper his tongue, and I don't want to do anything to stop my dog. But my dog's last stop when he was an off-field assistant just doing it, told the DB coach, after he was told to like help in, step in more and do stuff, and the DB coach got a little upset, right? He and the DB coach tried to raise his voice to Crow. And he said, don't think because you yelling it's gonna make them come over and save you once I put my fucking hands on you. He said this in the middle of a fucking practice in front of everybody. And then Crow calls me on my phone, and he is one of those people that don't ask if you're busy. Like, hey man, can you talk? Crow just calls you, answer. Man, let me tell you what this motherfucker did to me, dog. This motherfucker tried me. I'm shitting at the time. I'm like, Crow, like, well, all right. Sounds like you really need to talk, my friend. Like, let's talk. Like, what did the motherfucker do to you? Like, to try you? And he's like, man, you know, I said, Crow, you can't go around like threatening people, dog, to beat them up when you are 6'3". Like, and not right now, he's not built like he's not fat at all. He's not built like Crow from the NFL. The motherfucker's 250, 260 right now. This bitch look like a fucking linebacker, man. Like, you can't, and he's still fast. Bro, I was looking at, somebody posted something on Facebook and they did like the slave directory in the city of Tallahassee, right? Like, so you could see where like they did the census, they could track. There was I didn't know, like, because there's no Colemans in Tallahassee originally. But there are Cromarties. You can't convince me that Cromarties were not bred Negroes. Every fucking Cromartie is fast and can fight. So you can't run from the motherfucker. You better make sure your hands is up to date. That being said, he's a very nice guy. He's a cool guy. Like, that's one of the wildest things I always tell people. People say that about me too. Like, James is one of the nicest people in the world. But then there's people who don't like me. They're like, well, nah, you must have done something that made James. Like, again, don't antagonize the people that you know are better than you, like, physically. Like, it's like the X-Men show. I'm not gonna tell you, if you haven't watched X-Men 97, go fucking watch X-Men 97. It's done now, so you can just binge watch it. I might binge watch it all over again. But when you really think about it, the bitch with beams coming out of his eyes, I'm not fucking with that person. Because he's got beams coming out of his eyes. Why the fuck would you try? The person that can like make, okay, it's a beautiful day outside, that can make it rain and thunder, I'm probably not gonna make that person mad anymore. Like, you know, it's just like really good, like, shit, man. Like, you know, it's like, why? Why would you do that shit? Because then you can make them Magneto, right? And now Magneto mad at everybody. It's the part of you that says, I'd rather be with the bear than the strange person. Like, that's just, it's the people don't fucking think. Like, I know what I'm going to do. Like, it's like the Karens of the world. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go walk up to the big ass people, and I'm 5'5", 300, and so I got a waddle over here. I can't get away, but I'm gonna push their buttons and hope that they rely on their sensibilities and not fucking kill me. And then you get shocked when bad shit happens to you. Like, if you would have, again, my problem with the world, people look at the outcome. You shouldn't have done that. Why did you slap that person? Well, was the person slapped before they came to me? Could this slap have been prevented? Okay, I'll concede to you. The slap was over the top. Okay, but could the slap have been prevented? Nobody wants to talk about how you can prevent the slap from happening. All people want to talk about is the slap from happening. So I say all that to say is, when there's a motherfucker like Antonio Cromartie walking these streets, why would you make that guy mad on purpose? And he ran into people for a living. All of us are kind of crazy. None of us have sense, because we woke up one day and said, you know what I think is a good idea? I'm going to put on this plastic helmet with these plastic pads, and I'm going to go run into another motherfucker with a plastic helmet and a plastic bag over and over and over again in practice, to practice running into other people who have helmet that I don't know. And I got to get, again, to me, even when you break down the logic, it makes absolutely no fucking sense why we would do that to ourselves. To be in, and what's crazy is the first generation of people, okay, I can get it. You didn't know what the outcomes are. I knew about CTE and did the shit. I see all the old people. Like, they used to talk about O.J. Simpson. I seen O.J. Simpson's walk. Even though I no longer believe he did it. I no longer believe he did it. After we did the Reddit, remember it's a lot of reasonable doubt. Before, I just knew he did it and he got off. Now I'm like, I'm not so sure anymore. But it doesn't matter. He's looking up at us and he's watching the show right now. I like to believe. but look. But anyways, I know how we got into that, but we were talking about how the fuck was we talking about Crow? We were talking about something else. Anyways. Oh, you were talking about the video game and the rankings. Right. So I was a 63 on the first one that I was in.
Damn.
And that's what people said to me. And I started as a sophomore that year. Oh man, you ain't no good. You a 63 on the video game. Bitch.
It's like I'm on the game.
I'm on the fucking game. Like, man, what the fuck? I don't know why they gave me that. Then the next year they gave me 93. It's a crazy jump.
I didn't even know you.
And I had a good year, right?
For 63, they just put anything.
They were just like, yeah, he's on the roster. Fuck him. We don't know who this kid is. But I was 93 and I had a good junior year. And then they dropped me down to 89. No, 89 my senior year. Which is still fucking good. But like, it's like, but you just like, you go to look at it, you be like, all right, man, I know I ain't the fastest guy on my team, but 75, dog? Man, what the fuck you mean 75, man? Give me 80 at least, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, you really don't know what the rhyme or reason was, why they put the stuff, but they did have, you know, player 30 or number 36 or whatever, Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really you. It's my number. It's my hometown. It's my height. It's my weight. It has a visor. It has the little wristbands on his arms. Like, bitch, that is me.
Back in the day, we would know the backups and stuff more because of the game, but
right.
We didn't have the name, so it'd just be like 36, and then you see him in real life. Oh, that's 36. My name is James.
Right. That just, man, that shit was lit. I was so like, we was out there playing hard to be ranked high on the video game.
You think?
Like, we knew what our fit was. Like, we wore specific things every game because we wanted to make sure it showed up on the video game, the realism.
Well, they send people to go watch the game for things like this. Did you ever notice any of them?
Not one time.
You gotta keep your eye out. You gotta look on this year.
But nah, that shit, it's, again, like I said, I'm so, that's what I should have had. We had Keem Williams come in. I'm gonna get a guy. I'm gonna ask them like, what are their thoughts on like the video game coming back, and if they, well, obviously you don't really need to ask if they opted in because damn near everybody opted in. But just like, what are your thoughts of what you look like on the video game?
What do you think your ranking is? Who do you think is gonna have the highest ranking in Florida State on the game?
Oh,
that way you don't have to hurt any feelings. It's just game stats.
Oh, Patrick Payton or Zaire Thomas. Two defensive guys. Patrick Payton had 10 pass breakups as a defensive end. He had, ironically, Patrick Payton could have been first team all ACC as a cornerback for as many pass breakups he had at defensive end. Like, that bitch just is long, man, like, and just jumps. Like if he don't get to the quarterback, that bitch jumps to the moon. And like a quarterback, but I am interested in that. We could do a whole show on just the breaking down rosters.
Oh yeah, when is it exactly supposed to come out?
We'll have a copy July 16th. Like, I can promise you that. Like, we may have 2 copies July 16th if they allow us. I don't know. Can I buy 2 copies of it, or will my PlayStation? Do you need 2 copies of it? So like, if I get another PlayStation and in my room, and can I just log in with the same thing and play, or do I need to have 2 copies of the game?
That's a good question. Yeah, you'll need 2 copies.
No,
yeah.
Fuck it. Whatever. I ain't worried about that. Fine. Perfectly okay. Like, we could do whatever's necessary to do.
Gonna get that last $1.
Joseph Harris put, how do you donate to the show? Love what you do and what you stand for. A donation to the show today could be a donation to Miles for his birthday. And I will make sure that I take that into consideration because I'm giving. So, I forgot that. So there it is right there. If anybody wants to do that. Am I still doing the game giveaway? Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Am I giving away a game? Did I say that?
I don't remember. But I mean, that's a good little competition.
What we in now? We in May. So this is May 17th. So we got June. I tell you fucking what. we get to I think Chris is probably doing that or somebody, but we get to 8,000 subs, I would do that shit. I'll go edit the bitch. We'll give away, we get this 7,000, I'm giving away a brick at Doe Campbell Stadium. 8,000, I'll give away a copy of the game. I think I was looking into it when we was fucking growing crazy. Y'all bitches stopped subscribing to the goddamn show. Football season ended and everybody just said, nah, fuck it. Don't want to hear from him anymore. But yeah, damn, it's all man, boy, it's gonna we're gonna get all kinds of nerds on the channel now. We're gonna do all kinds of fucking content. I'm gonna play a game a week. I'm gonna do a simulated season before I even play anything to see without any, like, it's not me, it's all the computer simulation to say what Miami's record is going to be, what Florida State's record is going to be, what Florida's record is going to be. We'll throw Colorado in there because y'all love when I talk about Deion as much as you say I hate him. Y'all love that shit. That gets things. So we'll do that. Now, it is one dude that sends me like a shit ton, and if this is who I think it is, that shit be having me in stitches some days. Hold on, I send him something. Oh yeah, I know exactly who you are, Joseph Harris. Now it makes sense. Like the name didn't make sense at first, but like now his name is Joseph Harris. I got it. Makes sense. Shit. Anyways, what's Scott talking about? Yeah. So, I want to talk about this Baby Gronk experience. Baby Gronk is a kid that's annoying. I mean, MFTK clearly, but it's not the kid. I don't know if it's the problem with social media is that we have adults tweeting like 10-year-olds. And he started this since he was 9, 10. And his kid is large. He's a 12-year-old football player. That's actually not bad. But his dad is so obnoxious that it makes people hate his dad. They hate the kid. The kid follows me. He went to a Florida State camp. He's done these different things. Yeah, but if you look at the kid's got measurables, we just don't know what he's gonna be. But that being said, be proud of your fucking son. Right. He's not he ain't ass. I have seen way fucking worse with way fucking less. Kind of like LeVar Ball, but white. So we're gonna watch this, and now this is what I'm gonna say in defense of Baby Gronk. This was absolutely pure, unadulterated, high estrogen, low testosterone bullshit that somebody posted this. You, sir, are a fucking hater. And as an adult, I don't give a fuck if the dad is posting as Baby Gronk. You're a fucking grown man hating on a fucking 12-year-old, and that's damn near borderline pedophilia. Like, you need to get your life together, man. It's 12-year-old. Don't give a fuck what happens. But he posts this without any context. And guess what it looks like? It looks like Baby Gronk is getting his ass fucking handed to him. So play the video so we can watch. And he tweeted it. Such and such. This little, and you know what? When you see it, you can believe it. And people are like, yeah, the little kid finally went up against some colored boys and got what was coming to him. Because we're like, that shit don't fly in the South. It might fly in Texas, but you come over here, it don't. So watch it.
You fat. Your ass kid. Oh, that shit. Your ass boy. Not playing with you. I'm not playing with you, boy. Daddy did all that popping. Daddy did all that popping. Daddy did all that popping. You for what? Tell Oregon and LSU to come give me them. Tell them niggas give me them offers. LSU and Oregon, I hope y'all watching this too.
So first off, the kid that's talking shit is pretty good. Second, we talk freely in my household. My son ain't bold enough to talk that freely. Now, daddy cusses. Daddy curses. Daddy would knock the fuck out of his son if he talked like this at a camp. My son is free to talk shit, and it is funny. It is cute. I pinch his cheeks when he talks shit because I love it. It's just so cute to me. Like again, that's me being something wrong. But my son would never act like this in public because, again, my son actually, like, much like baby Gronk does. And you saw, the cool thing is you don't see Gronk responding at all. He's understanding the brand is bigger than this and you got to keep doing something. But if you just watch that, and that's the only thing that you saw, you see baby Gronk getting dominated and you're like, okay, damn, maybe the kid got some humility served. But oh my God, what if there was film of the entire fucking game? And this is why I say whoever posted this is a diabolical hater. Go to the next one, please, Miles. And baby Gronk put this on here. And he said, you forgot this footage. Now, obviously, that's the father and not the child. This is the same little loud ass colored boy. And this is what actually happened. Or what else actually happened? It all happened, but with a little narration from some other guy. I don't fucking know who he is, but go ahead.
Did Baby Gronk just get humbled? Chip Ahoy was trying to get in Baby Gronk's head, but then Baby Gronk started cooking. Baby Gronk first hit him with this hook route to score a touchdown. Baby Gronk gave him a piggyback ride. Next, Baby Gronk absolutely mossed Chip Ahoy to score the go-ahead touchdown. Chip Ahoy was getting so mad that he started to hold Baby Gronk because he was getting cooked. Is Baby Gronk the best 7v7 football player in the country?
Now, this is when people start hating people when they say shit like that. It's like what they do with Deion's kid. There's no reason to not like Shadur, right? Shadur is a handsome young man that does stuff, but then it's like all the other shit. But this is also why I don't like 7-on-7. This is also why I don't like Pop Warner. This is why I don't like a lot of those different things. And also, why do they all, like, is this AI? And why do they all sound like that? Is Baby Gronk the best 7-on-7 player ever of all time?
So you can start the reel and end the reel with the same sentence so people don't know if they're rewatching.
I got it. I understand the verbiage, but why do he have to have the tone and the voice? Why does it sounds the same all the time? And like, did y'all, like, come on, man.
Just make excitement at the lowest level.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, because I want to know, like, because this might be able to help. Like, is there certain tones and like decibels that like hit the algorithm at the right time?
I think so. That's why we hear a lot of those AI voices.
Yeah. Like when I'm, the shorts and the reels I watch, like have all that suspense music, and they always use, like, does Joe Rogan get paid a percentage of how many people use his voice in AI? Because like it makes you think Joe Rogan is believing in some of this crazy shit, which because he does believe in a lot of crazy shit. But like, anyways, but again, dog, that was fucked up. But the first thing is, baby Gronk ain't that bad of a person. Go on to the next. No, never mind. I don't want to talk about that recruiting shit. Development and rookie content. This is awesome. I'm here for all of this rookie content. And everybody talks about development, right? You can't go to Florida State. Like, there's a lot of trolls, and again, trolls are guys who didn't have anybody anywhere near drafted as high as our guys. Talking a lot of shit, but if you go to the first one you clicked on, the Los Angeles chart, yeah, that one. So here's some guys who are, they're the good rookie content. I love seeing the new guys and they're doing their working out and guys look good, right? So like this is Jared Verse doing a little was it a deadlift action here, or is it jump shrug? I don't know. Let's push play, see what it is. Gotta give him a little jump shrug action. That's good. All right, the running back getting some little jump cut. Braden Fisk right here. Hip explosiveness. And then tackle. Okay. These guys look smooth and athletic. What the fuck? Ew. See, they stopped the music. Push pause, go back on that. Who the fuck is that? Like, why does it look so stiff? Like, is the back pedal's not backpedaling. It's not getting out of there. Yeah. Okay. Who is 26 for the Rams? I don't know who that is, man. Like, shit. Like, 26. I always want to put St. Louis, but it's the LA Rams. 2024. Who is that? Like, I don't like him, dog. They could have kept that guy. Oh, that used to be is that it used to be Jaden's brother. If that's what I think it is. No, that's not him. It's just that same last name. Hold on. So that's the rookie class. Rookie numbers. Anybody in the chat know who that is? Rookie numbers, LA Rams. Because I want to be, I want to make sure we give the right person. Okay, Ram 20. Oh, no, it's 2023. It says we're in 2024 now, so. Yeah, that's definitely. Oh man, this shit, they're making this shit way too hard to get, man. All right. Damn it. Here we go. That's the draft when they got drafted. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. Sorry, because it's going to seem like I'm trolling. But that's Cam Kinchins. That is the Miami DB that everybody said was a first round pick. Oh dear. Like that man's stiff in the hips. No wonder he couldn't play man coverage. Oh man. All right. This is development right here. Can't get out the back pedal. No wonder the motherfuckers was bombs over Baghdad. Now the Georgia Tech game makes sense. It all makes sense now. Like the motherfucker can't get out of his back pedal, and that's why he was able to get caught on. Damn, man. Good for you. Congratulations. Living your dream, going to camp. You got guaranteed money. So I'm happy for you, son. So let's go look at some more content. Maybe we'll be, if there is DB drills that from a school that, maybe you can see the athleticism in the guy. If only we can see a comparison. Like, what would that look like? I covered the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the Jacksonville Jaguars DB, Jerrion Jones, who came from a little small school in Tallahassee. Let's look at him do some DB drills. And does he look athletic? Oh, okay. There we go. Looking a little more athletic. Yep. The back pedal going somewhere. There you go. Eyes up. I can see why he didn't give up a touchdown in 2 years. Makes sense. Just development. Sometimes when you practice stuff and you get really, really good, like, you can just see it oozes development. Like when you got the guys. Let's go to the next one. That's our wide receiver. Oh, you can't do that, man. You can't break down like that. Not in real life, Brian. But now I see why Jerrion was able to cover him against LSU. So like it makes sense. Like when you see the drills, they're like, it's just shorts, but you can see a lot of things in shorts. He could get better at that. Let's look at some more rookie content. Okay, there's another DB here. Okay. And what does it look like with a DB that's got hips and can cover? And that would be our guy Renardo Green, Florida State's own, came out of high school with Florida State. So we have a high school guy and a transfer portal guy that was developed. And now, what does a wide receiver look like that's explosive, that eats McDonald's before pregame, and eats the whole Waffle House menu? Yep. Good job, son. Good job, son. Something about that last name. Something I'll be able to say. I was telling a kid at the Mike Norvell Mike Norvell thing where he spoke. There was a guy, his last name was Coleman. His grandkid's last name was Coleman. He actually owns Nuke's Eateries. I got to try to look him up. He was a really good guy. And I told the kids, and I said this also on the spaces. Every player Florida High has only had 4 people signed to Florida State, my high school. 3 of the people who signed to Florida State all got a chance to go to the NFL for Florida High. We're batting 100%. So I need Makai Danzy to do that. And did you know that every player at Florida State, every scholarship player at Florida State with the last name Coleman has gone to the NFL? So it's the odds increase for you. At least I think. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I think I'm the only one. Like, but the kids that it was funny because everybody remembers Trey. Trey hasn't been to a Seminole event in a minute. So everybody remembers Trey and they've seen Trey. And then there's these two giant humans and their last name is Coleman. It's his grandkids. But okay, so the guy is white, right? The guy is white. So I want people who listen to the show. What is my theory, people? I have a theory. And it's why it makes me want to have another kid. I want to test it. But the theory is very simple and it just keeps getting proven over and over again. Large black male that's athletic with a pilgrim woman, large kids that are on the offensive line. So this white man's grandsons with the last name Coleman, you can see they have a definite brown hue. So the dad wasn't there, but one could deduce that the dad is black. The mom was clearly white. But with that being said, these motherfuckers are 14 and 12, and they tower over me. And one of them was like, James, man, I see your sons, man, they gotten big. I said, my son is not here. What the hell are you talking about? I said, you talking about them boys? I said, I'm gonna claim them today, though. I said, they might. I said, they. Okay. He said he's seen it with black. Okay, really? So Ruben P said he's seen it with a black women and white men. I don't know what it is. It may be the gene. Again, we were talking about X-Men 97. Maybe the genomes or something happens. I don't know what this is about, but the only other group that I know can guarantee you a big Negro is a Polynesian. But like them jokers is huge, man. Like them boys was big, and their last name was Coleman. I said, man, if they go to Florida State, I'm gonna buy a jersey. This is where, but I'll end with this. Well, I got a couple of things we'll end with, but this is one of the last football things I end with. Here's the problem with the social media era and how we live right now. This young man just got picked up by the Packers. He's offensive lineman, played for the national championship last year. And he's decided that he is going to retire from football. He just signed with them. He retired the rookie offensive line. His name is Trente Jones. Jones says he hurt his back and thought this was his best decision. This is what he's going to retire. Not become a doctor. Not to become, not to serve the nation. He's going to retire and become a TikTok influencer, where he currently has over 350,000 followers. TikTok, which is about to be fucking banned.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I root for the young men in this day and age, but boy, I tell you what, we are losing recipes, man. We used to fight wars. We used to build houses. Now little boys are growing up wanting to be like it's cool to be a TikTok influencer and a football player, but you only want to be that? Man, we got to get back to bullying. Again, another continuation for everybody. I want people to realize the aliens are not in the sky. You guys know where I believe the aliens are at. The aliens are in the water. They're in the ocean. Actually, what's funny, Miles, is when I was going to my car yesterday, I was being nosy with the pilgrims. 3 old white women were walking. And they were walking by my truck. And they were talking about my favorite aliens in the ocean, killer whales. Talk about orcas and how they're disabling. Have you heard this? And I was like, ooh, I know this subject right here. I told them how they're doing it. They're organizing. I told them it's like everything. I did say this, but it's like everything that people are afraid of with the Black Lives Matter protests on Earth is happening in the ocean. All the black killer whales are getting together and they're learning how to disable boats. I said, and these white women didn't know this. I said, did you know they throw baby seals in the air like beach balls? I told them that. They're like, oh. I was like, yes, they do. They terrorize seals. I said, and they only eat the liver of great white sharks. Nothing else. The what we thought was the fiercest predator. They torture it and only eat its liver and allow it to sit there. I should have showed them the video of when they disabled this great white. They remember the video where the orca just came out of nowhere and just bombed his ass right from the side and then just left the bitch paralyzed? It's crazy. But if you go to stay out the water, I'm gonna show you why again the aliens are in the water. Is shit in there that I don't know why. One, first and foremost, imagine you wanted to go visit somebody and you just visited like in their living room was also their bathroom. You got to remember these things are pissing and shitting and having babies in this water, and y'all keep getting in it and interrupting them while they doing this and wondering why bad shit happens to you. Also, there's things called riptides and all this other bullshit. But here is why you should stay out of the water, even especially when it recedes. Stay off the sand. The only time some of y'all want to go in the ocean more than you want to bathe. That's the safest water is the bath water. This person having the experiment. And you imagine you just walking and you see something that looks like a mushroom and popping up out of the water. Just saying. That's what's in the ocean. And we'll leave you for your Friday with some words of advice, some sound life advice from Roy Woods Jr. And it's the last thing on the show notes, Miles. He is hilarious. And he got benched but it's actually by Andre 3000. But Roy Woods said he told the FAMU baseball coach this when he got cut. Oh no, he said this is what the FAMU baseball coach told him, and what most of us need to have this lesson in life. So shout out to Andre 3000. Oh, gotta get that noise.
Figure out who you are, and you got to put the time in to figure out who you are and what you are, what you not too. A lot of times, what you not is very important. Because you can want to be something, but your strength is actually in something else. You got to put the time.
So basically, a lot of y'all want to be good in something, but you need to go find you putting more time in finding what you're not good in, and you think you're good. So you got to be good in something else, though. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me with this fucking Friday. Remember, we're trying to continue to grow the channel. Tell a friend to subscribe. Make sure you click like. Make sure you go check out the different YouTube shorts. Miles does a really, really good job of this. Miles, can you put that little thing going on one more time for the people who are going to be catching this late, just in case they want to be able to hook you up and give you some bread for your birthday? The ticker. It's like one up. It's like right under Alpha Male Jacks. Go check out Miles. Help him out. It's Miles' birthday today. Make sure you do that. Please jam the like button. Subscribe. If all the people who are commenting today, if you really want to help the channel, if you take this, copy the YouTube link, share it to friends, share it on your social media pages. That also gets it in front of more eyes as we continue to grow. I will tell you guys more on Monday's show. I am doing a commencement speech for my fifth grade for the fifth grade graduation at Appalachia Elementary School. 30 years ago, I graduated from Appalachia Elementary School. Literally not something like that, like literally 30 years ago. I remember if I could find a silk shirt, I would wear it, because I remember I wore a silk shirt to that graduation, and I thought I was fly. I have no idea what I'm gonna tell the kids. And then we're doing a pizza party for the kindergartners at Bond Elementary School on Tuesday as well. So I gotta buy about 20 pies, 20 pizzas. So it's roughly about $200, $300. So anybody who wants to donate to those things, please make sure you do that. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. Appreciate you.